Good morning, 7th class. I'm your SST teacher. Welcome back to your class. Students, as we know, currently we are doing our chapter Freshwater. In our last chapter, in our last lesson, we learned about the sources of the water, in which we discussed that there are basically two sources of water: surface water and groundwater. In surface water, we came to know that there are rivers, there are lakes, streams, ponds, dams, and now we are going to talk about the groundwater. As the name is telling you, ground, this water is present under the surface of the earth. I hope all of you know that the earth has the different layers. This is the surface of on which the soil is present, and in the inner layers of the earth, this surface is made of huge stones. There are very large stones in this surface, and it is called bedrock. Please remember the name. This is the surface of the soil and this is bedrock. Underground water is present between these two surfaces. And you know, the stones underground, they are permeable. Permeable means they have small pores or holes in them. Here is the word written: permeable rock. Permeable rock is the rock in which there are very small holes, just like the holes in the strainer in which you stain your tea. The water is gets absorbed from those stones and then it stores over this bedrock. And when we need the water, we can make a bore here and we can take it out of the ground and we can use it. It's a fresh water, it's a clean water. Students, when we talk about the groundwater, it is very important to refill the groundwater. You know, if we take water more than it is being refilled, whenever it rains or whenever water is present on the surface of the earth, it is absorbed and it reaches the underground. But the rate of absorption is usually very low. If we take water more than it is being absorbed, we will deplete the underground water. Deplete mean it will be unavailable for the use or it will run out. So it is very important to refill or to input it. Input mean to add water. Now the question is, how can we add water under the surface of the earth? We can add it. We can add it by making more and more trenches or by leaving the large grounds unconcrete or without putting cements on them, because when we put concrete onto the roads or on the ground, then water cannot be absorbed. So if we want water to be absorbed, we have to leave the land raw and untouched so water can be absorbed easily. And unfortunately, this is what is happening in Pakistan. People are making bores in their home. They are taking water out of the ground and they are wasting it, and the water usage is just too much, because of which the underground water is finishing at very high speed. And that is why we are facing the shortage of water in Pakistan. Sometimes water under the ground, it becomes just too much. There is too much water under the ground. So what happens? This water comes out of the surface of the earth in the form of the springs. If you visit the mountain areas, you will see springs or the water coming out of the mountains. Where is that water coming out from? That water is actually the underground water, and it is coming out of the earth's surface. Why? Because now there is too much water under the ground, so it starts coming out automatically by itself. And unfortunately, you know, sometimes underground water can become unusable, it can become toxic, it can become polluted. Now the question is, how can pollution reach under the surface of the earth? Well, the answer is when we throw garbage or chemicals in the water, that water absorbs in the surface of the earth, and unfortunately chemicals also go with it in the underwater, in the underground water. Now what happens? Those chemicals, they get mixed with the underground water, they make it toxic, they make it poisonous and unhealthy for us, and that is how we lost fresh water, because now it has become toxic. Now we are going to discuss about the scarcity of water. Scarcity mean lack of water, or there is not enough water for everyone. There are certain reasons for it. First one is the climate change. Climate change means the climate on the earth is getting warmer day by day. There are less rains, there are more floods, more natural disaster, but we are running out of the fresh water. Why? Because our rivers are getting polluted, our streams, our lakes, they are getting polluted, and now we have less and less amount of fresh water left on the earth. Deforestation means cutting down our forest. Now you will think for a while what a forest has to do with the water. But you know, our forests are water factories. Our forest or the trees, they do not only clean our air for us, they also make clouds and they also make rain for us. When we cut down our forest, we are actually cutting down a source of rain, and that is how we are facing the shortage of water. Another problem is population and limited water supply. Population is increasing at very rapid pace, at very high speed. There are more and more people to use water, and now there is less and less water. So this is another factor which adds into the shortage of the water list. What are the use? Here is the question: what are the uses of woods in Pakistan, and what are other materials that could be used instead of wood to reduce deforestation? As I said, whenever we are cutting our trees, actually we are cutting the chances of rain. In Pakistan, we use wood to burn as a fuel. In those areas in which sui gas is not available, people cut down the trees and they burn it. Similarly, they use trees to make furniture, to make buildings, to make doors, and then there are many other uses like furniture, like the cupboards in your homes, and so on. Now think of the other material that we can use, so we do not have to cut down our trees, because trees, they are very important for us. If we cut down our trees, we are making our environment polluted, we are causing many problems for us.